Hi guys,
Hey, hey.
we're live. Let me just double check that this is working on the. Chris, do I need to put my headphones on?
No,
Okay.
I mean, as long as you make sure that, like, when you're talking, you don't sit way back like this, but you
Mhm.
sit up, and if you sit way back, your voice is a little muffled.
Okay.
Yeah, I love how the picture that you posted of us with the bubble talk was like went crazy, and everyone liked it.
Hi guys. Okay, this is working on my end. Of course it did. It was perfect, wasn't
Hilarious.
it? Yeah.
I was like, you got into the action too now. Most people didn't realize, like, when we had the Formula Mastermind, Jay Cron was saying the same thing, like he's talking about everybody, and then he stops and he pauses, and he's got this look on his face, and then he says what he says about, like, oh, I was just mesmerized by your eyes or something like that, and I was like, really? I've just decided to embrace it,
Mhm.
I think it's funny. So, anyways, welcome guys, and welcome to the launch, and tonight is going to be short, to the point, and welcome. As you're watching this live stream, Andrea is adding you to the team site. You will be getting an email, and it'll give you your username and password. Your username is going to be your Empower Network username, so if it's not for any reason, let Andrea know. And your password was already generated for you, and you can go inside in your profile and change it just like anywhere else, and you'll have access. So we're kicking it off. It is a day before Halloween, and we figured if we did this tomorrow, everyone would be so busy with Friday and Halloween and kids and everything else and costumes that we wanted to launch it out to you guys tonight. Now, just to let you know, as you get in there and see the content that is in there, there's two levels going on here. Two levels. There is a basic membership level, which is for everybody who is not all in. Right now, there is not very much content there. There's the basic stuff like getting started and a couple training videos, frameworks, and not really any training at the moment because we're going to be adding that as we make this blogging-specific, content-specific site and build it out as we have the new releases of the beta test with the new Collab 2 blogging system for Empower, as well as when we finally go public in about probably would be 29 days or something like that, 28 days or something like that is from what I'm guessing right now as the beta test launches. And we've got 21 days with the beta test, and they're starting next week. So on that note, if you're all in, you're going to have a few more videos unlocked for you, which are more so the second parts and the deeper levels and more so the higher level of what you were being taught in the videos that the people at the basic level get. And we did that for a specific reason. First off, just want to let you guys know a quick story. When I checked with everyone was so excited about this, that the next level mastermind is going to be a higher level site. It's not necessarily beginner friendly. We have Empower Network, and we have iPass for that. Next level mastermind is for someone who has figured out some of the basic things, knows how to market, may not necessarily know how to market yet, but knows how to operate and navigate. They understand a few of the technical things. They know how to upload videos. They know how to blog. They know how to do a few things. They know how to log into sites and click things and navigate their way around. They know how to do that stuff. And they understand the concepts of what marketing is based on, traffic generation, content generation, building a list, marketing to that list, sending them to sales pages, sending them to alternate exposures, following up, sending emails, that kind of thing. And so here we've bypassed the beginner stuff, and we've got the good stuff for you. Now there's two sections in this site that we have for you right now, and one of them is called Marketing Frameworks. As you'll find in there, that's stuff on how to operate, the frameworks to operate within. They got questions for you to ask, and we also have full notes of the videos I've done, compiled together by the ever so lovely Andrea Wood, our assistant, and she has gone through these videos and taken notes and taken screenshots and compiled this all together for somebody who just cannot necessarily sit through another half-hour video, and you need the Cliff Notes version from there. And so we have that for you. We've tried to make that as detailed, as comprehensive as possible for you so that you have tangible stuff to look at and notes to work from. Okay? There's still a lot more to be added to the site. It's really a skeleton right now, and we will have capture pages to be released soon. Within the next week to 2 weeks, we should have capture page solutions for you. Right now, they go directly to coded to Empower Network, the new $7 funnel. So those are some of the things we have right now. So Amy, got anything right now real quick before I move on?
Yep. So yeah, like Chris said, you know, we're kind of starting off with very much of a blank slate, like we've said a million times. We're not bringing over any of the old training. Chris has done an amazing job of kind of setting up the framework. And then as soon as we get access to the new blog, which I am so excited about, personally, well, I think Chris agrees with me on this, and everybody in Empower Network is kind of in agreement about this right now, that with the training that we just got in the VIP session on Sunday at the event in Orlando by Chris Record, those of you that were there should have a really, really good understanding about and really be excited about what you're going to be able to do with this blog, with any niche. If you weren't there, Chris Record did an amazing training where he showed how you could take any niche, like yoga, survival. He used a few different examples of niches that have nothing to do with the internet marketing niche, that are a lot easier to get traffic to rank for you know, and get tons of traffic for. I'm not going to go into that whole training right now, but what I want to say about it is those of you that were there understand what to do based on that training. It was like all day we learned about this kind of stuff, and it was amazing. And for those of you that weren't there, and for those of you that were there that just want more training on that, as soon as we get access to that blog, what I'm going to be doing, and Chris, if he wants to add anything to this, but my goal is to help everybody just have an enormous amount of success with this new blog. And so I'm going to be doing some more advanced training on that. Once I have access to the blog and I can use it myself, I'm basically going to let you look over my shoulder as I do stuff to help you, just in case you're not clear or you're not understanding the long tail keywords and all the stuff that he taught. There'll be much more training on that. And I know we've said this before, but I just wanted to say it again because it's not in the back office yet, because we don't have the blog yet. So you have that to look forward to. And personally, I really feel like the stuff that Chris has in there, the framework, is really important stuff. It's really going to help you understand the big picture of what it means to be a marketer and what it means to create a sustainable income on the internet. And then the training, the tactical training, will go along with that. And that'll be the stuff that you can actually, like action steps that you can actually apply as we go. So I just wanted to make sure everybody's clear that that's not back there yet, because I don't even have access to the blog yet. So I can't get in there and do any kind of training. But that will be coming. And I saw Pat Montoya made a comment here about she's excited about the new blog. You know, we're all excited about the new blog, and I mean, I couldn't be more excited about it. And also, guys, in the meantime, we have the blog right here on our Next Level Mastermind site, where I posted something in the Facebook group today. There's a new blog post there right now. You know, I think there's 4 blog posts on there so far that Chris and I have put together. And the one that we posted today is basically footage from our live mastermind session in Orlando. And there's instructions at the bottom of the blog post. Basically, all you have to do is go to the blog post and add your user ID at the end. And you can post that on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to post it. As long as it has your user ID on the end, if somebody goes to read that blog post and they go anywhere else on the site, any link that they click on is going to be coded to you. So this is awesome. This is like, you know, like we posted this content and you can go share it. And what's going to happen over time as we post more and more content on there, it's going to be a really easy way for you to market the Next Level Mastermind as your front end and show people what we're up to. That footage from Orlando was awesome. Don't you think so, Chris? It's like, it's a really good way for people to kind of see like what we're up to, who we are. We went around in a circle, everybody set their intention for the event, and that's up there on our blog. So use that blog too, you guys. And like I said, it's super easy. All you have to do is add your username. And at the end of every blog post, there's a little box that tells you exactly what to do in case you forget. You know, take the URL. Here it is. I actually put the URL in that box to make it easy. So all you have to do is add your username and go post away all over the place. So, you know, so like I said, even if you don't have anything on your blog, you can send people to this blog and everything will be coded to you. So use that as well. Back over to you, Chris.
Right on, right on. Thank you, thank you. So yes, awesome, perfect. And the training that a lot of you either bought the live stream or were at the event, you saw what Chris Record trained on Sunday. You saw a lot about how to break that down, how to structure that stuff in your blogging. And what we're going to do is, because I'm a part of the alpha test actually, and I'm going to be starting tomorrow with Chris Record, I'm actually working quite closely with him, and we've been brainstorming and masterminding quite a few things. And what's going to happen is, you know, there's this small alpha group of like 8 to 10 people that are all expert SEO and bloggers that have built their incomes through blogging. And quite frankly, had they let any more in, they would have let Amy into that as well. But essentially, they were like at, you know, top levels of income and everything is how they selected that. Apparently, Amy, you were like just below the cutoff. So, according to Record. So, what's great about this is that I'm going to be able to work on this and see what's being introduced. Then I'm going to be able to relay all of this to Amy ahead of time before Amy actually gets her challenge instructions on how to do this stuff. And we're going to be able to, between the training that Record did and me and Amy putting our heads together, we're going to be able to test this stuff in a way where, as the blogging challenge happens, we're going to be recording this stuff like Amy said, and it's essentially going to be a case study follow along thing. So for those of you who didn't get the training or didn't get the live stream and didn't see that training, we're going to essentially compound upon that and do that training in the Next Level Mastermind as well, but even more deeper with more examples and more mock examples of what to use. And we're even going to go into some stuff on how to, you know, SEO and how to rank your blog posts, but we've just got to get some tests out of the way to make sure what's working. I've been having some of those conversations with Chris Record as well about SEO and how the nature of how it's changed. And the good news is there's not a lot of black hat manipulation you can really do. There's a little bit always, you know, with anything, but for the most part, it's really, SEO is really favoring the person who's going to do quality rather than trying to manipulate stuff with links and quantity and all that other BS junk. And that's what we're going to teach you here at the Next Level is quality. So just so to get to a quick focused point about what this site really is going to focus on. As we've displayed to everyone before, and we've told the team, and for those of you who are joining us, you know, coming into the Next Level Mastermind, you know, and haven't been around for a while at all, or are brand new showing up here for the first time tonight, there's a lot of ways to do internet marketing. There's a lot of ways to get traffic to websites and sell stuff, and then email them and follow up with them. Everybody has a different theory. Some of them are valid, have been tested. Most of them have not. There's a lot of crap floating around the internet about it, and essentially there is a common belief that people who are very, very successful in this industry are hiding something. They're hiding the secrets, per se. And I get that in a way. I get that. And here's my translation of that. Oftentimes you've heard us talk about over the last couple of years, the secret is there's no secret, and it's just hard work. Well, for one, it's that. That's one part of the equation. One part of the equation. And that part of it is real simple. It's doing the things consistently. When someone says they're working on their business every day, they're actually doing income-producing activities rather than screwing around and watching training and thinking they're going to make money somehow. make no mistake about it, income-producing activities are creating content, promoting that content, and getting people to see that content and get in front of a sales message to buy something, and then following up with them through emails. Those are income-producing activities. That's it, nothing else. That simple. So everything else that you're doing to build up to that is just prep work. That's all that is. And the better prep work and framework that you have for that, the better you're going to do when you get out there and do your income-producing activities, which is the focus of the first part of this site with our frameworks. So you guys might notice that my voice is a little off tonight. I've actually got a little bit of a sore throat, so bear with me. Probably won't talk very long tonight, but we will get you what we wanted to get you tonight. So yeah, does it sound much different, Amy, or do I sound pretty much the same?
You can tell you're a little under the weather.
Okay. Yeah, so now there's certain things out there, systems, like I talked about in the last live stream, and if you didn't watch the last pre-launch live stream, we're going to put that up as a blog post as well, and we might even break that into parts because there was so much to that actual thing, and be able to put that in more focused, specific places, and I'll have a conversation, me and Amy will figure that out. But one of the things we talked about in there is particular systems having a shelf life based on their market. And what a lot of people will tell you, the essential lie, and don't worry, I did open the loop on the 2 things that it takes for the secret, and I am going to get back to that, so just stay with me. But the lie here is people tell you this lie of just get traffic, buy traffic, and get it to converting sites. The sites are going to do it for you, and you don't have to worry about the rest. And if you could just give me some autoresponders that automatically follow up pre-written, that'd be great. Thank you very much. And in all reality, those types of things work for the short term. They can be specified to a market depending on who builds the system. They can target a specific market well. They can go buy traffic from lead vendors that aggregate lists of people who have bought other internet marketing or network marketing or make money online or business opportunity related products on the internet, which are the most qualified people. And make no mistake about it, with a new system that no one has been exposed to yet, you can get a very high conversion and sales rate. Problem is, most people don't tell you is that only lasts for a very short time. Although a lot of marketers will tout those initial conversion rates like crazy, like 3 to 5%, oh my God, crazy, 6-7%, 6 or 7 out of 100 are joining, even just going through the first initial video without having to follow up. And that's cool. That happens for the short term, but that also what makes this industry, really shady, because people then think and bank on that going to just happen forever. And then when their income starts going down and those sales videos are not converting like they used to, and the traffic you're buying is not converting, you realize that you're screwed. And you have to go find a new system, which now creates the culture of the deal hopper, who starts to go and meet people inside of network marketing companies or NLM companies or affiliate marketing companies and communities, and then they try to hop into the new hot thing. And you have people hopping around pursuing the savior mentality, looking for the next savior. And it just makes for a volatile income that never stays there, and there's times where it's very dry and the money's dried up and the income's not coming, and then you don't have a budget to market with or traffic to buy, and you're screwed. So I too have been through this. Just like any real leader that has produced a lot, they've been through that, the majority of them. And it's almost like a rite of passage. So you got to learn your lessons, right? But here's what we're going to do for you. We're going to shortcut this, and I really don't like the word shortcut. I'm more like fast track, because what I want to do is get you into understanding what does work, which is sustainable, which is residual for you, that doesn't require you to go and rebuild your income every 2 to 4 months. So what we've got here in the Next Level Mastermind is not places to go buy traffic. It's not done for you sales funnels that say, hey, just send people to this all the time. Now we do some of the unique perspective hangouts where we then tell people to join, and normally these people have seen a sales message already about Empower Network, or iPass, and we'll help your people that have joined iPass join Empower Network, and we'll help your people who have seen Empower Network but haven't joined yet to join Empower Network. And that's what we're going to do, as well as promote being a part of this exclusive club here at the Next Level Mastermind. As you guys know, not everybody was let in. So if you're here, that means we read your poll and we said, we'll work with them. And so keep in mind that when everybody's going to fill out that poll, everybody's going to fill out that survey, it's essentially an application. And everybody who goes to the site, the email, the Getting Started email that's back in the Next Level Mastermind Getting Started site in the Getting Started tab, that has a link that I just changed out that goes to the survey. That survey is what you're going to take to apply to get inside the Next Level Mastermind. And the important things that you'll automatically be disqualified for and will not be let in is if you skip any questions or if you lie about any of these questions. And once you have made sure, once we can verify that, and once we've made sure, you've answered all the questions. What's that?
Or if you make a joke about it.
Yeah, and that falls under the part of where, well, okay, now you made it through the first cut where you answered all the questions, then you can even be considered, because that's what, Andrea does. She goes through to make sure you answered all the questions, and if not all of the questions were answered, it gets bounced back out. Then it gets sent back to you. And you have one chance. You get one email back to you that says, hey, you didn't answer all these. Now resubmit. And then the second part is, if we don't like your answers, if you're not going to take this serious, then we're not going to let you in. What we want here is an active community, quote unquote active community of people who are engaged and serious about their business. Not people who are like, I'll see, I'll kind of just watch, I'll sit back in the background and see what happens. We're past that. If even if you're new and you don't trust our ability to help you take it to the next level, then you shouldn't be here. We've done enough. I myself, a multiple six-figure earner. Amy, literally 4 figures away from multiple 6 figures of earnings just inside of Empower Network, multiple 6 figures inside of her business online. And so keep in mind that this is a serious place. Now, why did we make 2 levels? Because a lot of people said, we want only, 1 level was everybody who's all in, serious about their business. And what you all are, will learn or have learned, and maybe have forgotten, is that there's something called a value proposition. A value proposition is something that you give enough of someone to understand how valuable you are, but you don't give them all of the meat yet. And that's what you pay for. So that's what happens when someone gets on a webinar and they teach something and then they sell a product or sell coaching or something like that. It's because their value proposition, they're proposing their value to you is what they can offer to you. And they're demonstrating it and displaying a lot of it and teaching some, therefore giving proof that they know what they're talking about. So a value proposition is what we have in our basic level here, because we have 2 levels, our basic and our all-in. The basic level is going to be our value proposition that has the basic training about frameworks and stuff like that. Kind of like the first layer, the first level. If you want the deeper level and the more advanced training, that happens when you're all in. So you get an idea of what we have to offer you here when you're at the basic level, but only when you're all in is when you can get access to the all-in training. So very clear, important distinction. And so to close the loop about the whole secret thing, guys, people will, it's kind of a 2-pronged thing. People do hold back certain training, and people can sense that. I myself haven't taught everything I know, not because I'm afraid, because I know that I've been on this journey online for over 6 or 7 years. I've been doing SEO, 7 years ago on my real estate websites, and then really launching into a full-time internet marketing career about 4 years ago, almost 5 now. And to the new person who's here for 3 months or 6 months, you're not going to understand what I'm teaching you because I've gone deeper. I've gone to higher levels. And what we want to do is get you there as quickly and as efficiently as possible with as little distractions and side roads and detours as possible. Because everybody seems to get distracted with shiny ball syndrome and everyone telling you, oh my God, you're missing the secret. I've got the secret. Don't miss out on this. And they all use that copy to sell you that type of thing when you're not really missing anything, and you're never really going to develop any strategy that works unless you focus on just that by itself and you master it. Choose mastery. In the Next Level Mastermind, we choose mastery. Okay? So the other part about the training is here, I'm going to teach you that. It may not all make sense. In fact, if it does, I'm not teaching it all properly, unless you've been marketing as long as me. And I tend to think a little differently. And so sometimes I come to conclusions where the majority of people do not. And I've felt and been told by many marketers and my colleagues that I'm able to connect dots where other people don't. I'm going to connect the dots here with you. Me and Amy have worked on a lot of this stuff, and we're going to connect the dots for you in a lot of ways. The cool thing is you're going to learn more than you're going to learn anywhere else, but you've got to stick around. You got to make a commitment for the long haul for this. And this is not a 30-day, let's see how it goes type of deal, or 2 months, let's see how it goes, or 3 months, see how it goes. Yeah, commit for like a year minimum. And if you don't have anything after a year, then that means you haven't been really honest with yourself about applying yourself. Because I don't know anybody who's stuck with something for a year and hasn't found results from it. So, just like anything else, you go to university, it takes 4 years to learn something you're going to get a $30,000 a year job for. But here you expect to make something in 30 to 60 days is, you might be able to make some, using the iPass system, because right now it's still converting well. It hasn't hit market saturation, which we'll see if we can build out of that or not, and we've talked about that before. But you might be able to make some, but it's not lasting until you learn the sustainable elements that we're going to teach you here. So I'm excited about this. Just so you know, I know we've talked this up a lot, and like I said on the pre-launch hangout, there's not a lot back there right now because so much is changing, because we are waiting on Empower to catch up as well and get the blog launched. So the reason I was talking about all this tonight, why is that? The whole paid marketing traffic thing and how to have all this stuff done for you, outsourcing and having people send you traffic that you pay for and build pages for you and just market systems, right? So that's the whole system responsive thing that we talk about in another training. Well, here we are essentially adding to that in a sense where there's some work for you to do here, but it's worth it. And here, the work you do is going to be sustainable and residual. Now, the model that we have constructed, that we found worked, that we have proof that worked, is blogging. Now, a lot of people will say, blogging doesn't work. And my response to that would be, you just don't know how to do it right. And we're going to teach you that here. I happen to know that it works. I myself personally have Google Analytics plugged into even David Wood's personal blog. I have that data. I know that he also gets 700 to 800 leads a month from his blog, from blog posts he wrote 4 years ago. And each one of those blog posts get like a lead or two, like even a month, and some of them get a lead a day. But the cumulative effect of all those is that he continues to get leads every single day without doing anything from work he did 4 years ago. And the beauty about Empower Network is that because this is all set up with people blogging, if somebody quits, if they have written blog posts, those blog posts now pass to you. So when they do eventually rank, because most people quit before those blog posts rank, then they pass up to the next person. Now, I sometimes have gotten signups where I didn't know where, because it was someone who was blogging and then quit and didn't have enough patience to stick around until that blog post ranked in the search engines, and then someone searched for it, went and read that blog, and then at the end of it, it said, want to make money like me using this blog? Click here to find out how. or something to that effect. And so content generation allows you to put value in front of somebody. You have a value proposition that you put in front of someone on a blog, and you have your unique perspective, which we teach you how to craft in the Next Level Mastermind training frameworks. And so we teach you how to craft your own unique perspective, and you get better and better at that as you go along. And you have your own unique value proposition. And that, before sending someone to a sales message, is very impactful because people want to be able to do whatever you're doing. It almost doesn't matter what you're doing, but they want to do it with you, wherever you are. And that's what we're looking to create here. So what you're not going to find here is solo ads to go by. What you're not going to find here is pay-per-click ads or that type of stuff. You're going to find content generation. We may do some Facebook PPC type marketing, but it's going to be around, if we do this type of ads or AdWords or pay-per-click or stuff like that, we're going to focus it around content, where it goes to content or it goes to long copy capture pages or something like that, right? That have a value proposition in them. And so that's what we're going to focus on because, like I said, these value propositions help people resonate with you, and they choose to join you, and they choose to stick around with you because they like you and trust you. So the cool thing is the whole following up process is going to be easy because we get you blogging, and then all you do is email someone and say, hey, I wrote a blog post about this. It talks about this. Click here to read it. We're not going to teach a lot of email marketing on how to sell someone through an email. We're going to get you focused on creating content on your own web property, on your own blog. So it's going to be cool stuff. And that's what we're going to focus on here is a lot of content generation, how to do that right, how to do that with videos, how to do that in writing with blog posts, and how to do that on Facebook and other social media sites and how all that works. So combined with going even deeper into the training that Chris Recker talked about on Sunday, which a lot of you may have not seen, don't worry, we're going to break it down even more here in the site as we go along. So, and you guys might notice I'm like sitting down rather than like standing this time. I'm just, still under the weather a little bit. So just a little tired today. So what I want to do is kick it on over to Amy real quick, and then after that I'm going to go into a quick demo. I'm going to share my screen and go into the site and actually show you guys a little bit of what we have. So on over to you, Amy.
Yeah, I'm tired too, so this isn't going to be too much longer. I have a big day tomorrow. It's trick-or-treating and Halloween parties and all kinds of stuff. We've been looking at videos, websites tonight for makeup ideas for tomorrow. Anyway, I love what you were talking about, Chris. One of the things that's really for people to really think about when Chris was talking about this isn't like, a 30-day commitment, blah, blah, blah. Like, think about it this way. We all start at the same place, which is we get into this industry, I'm going to call internet marketing the industry, where we want to earn an income on the internet marketing whatever we're marketing, in whatever niche. And we all get in the same place, which is not knowing anything, right? And so there's a learning curve that's involved. I've been in this industry now for 9 years. I've been on the internet for 9 years trying to figure this shit out. And I did it, like if you heard me talk in Orlando, or if you've heard my story before, you know that like I did it without any help. Empower Network made it easier. Before Empower Network, I was trying all kinds of stuff on my own. I was flying around, going to all these different internet marketing seminars and taking notebooks full of stuff, trying to figure out what. Can you just mute yourself, Chris, while you're doing that?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm just like really easily sidetracked right now. So anyway, so I spent a lot of time just spending like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars flying around trying to learn these new skill sets that are required to make money in this industry. Then I got into Empower Network. My sponsor was not actively involved, and so again, I plugged into the back office and just went through the training. So what we want to do here is we want to shorten that learning curve. Like where I'm at now, it took me 9 years to get here, but it doesn't have to take you that long because Chris knows so much. I've learned so much over the last 9 years, and so with us combined, what we're trying to do is give you what you need to know to generate as much money as you want to generate. And, you know, income disclaimer, our results are not typical. See our income disclosure at empowernetwork.com/income.php. But what it takes, you know, the reason that our results are not typical is because we've decided not to be typical. And what that means is spending a lot of time figuring this stuff out. You know, Chris has done the SEO for Aaron Rashkin, David Wood. I mean, that's what he used to do. He had a company that did that. He knows a lot about this stuff. I've been blogging for like 7 years, and I've learned a thing or two over that period of time. Now, with that, coupled with this amazing new platform and all the training that's coming directly from Empower Network and Chris Record and all that, what we want to do is really shorten that learning curve. So just keep that in mind. I mean, that's our goal, but it's still, there's still a commitment involved. Like, if you could learn everything that I know in 1 year, everything that it's taken me 9 years to learn, wouldn't that be worth it? If you could take everything that it's taken Chris, I forget how many years he said, 5 years to learn, and it took you, you know, 6 months or a year to learn all of that, wouldn't that be worth it? So I just want to kind of put it in that, you know, put it that way for you so that you really understand that there's so much value in really committing to this and really like doing what it takes to understand it and apply it in your business and not giving up. And like Chris said, like there's going to be a new system launching every week. I mean, I think I've gotten at least 5 or 6 Facebook messages just today with people wanting me to look at their stuff. I don't answer any of them. Like, you know, if you know me at all, you know that I've never looked at anything else since I've been in Empower Network. Like I don't care about all that stuff because I have to stay focused here, and I just keep trying to sharpen my axe inside of here by learning the skills that I need to learn to take my business to the next level. And so, you know, if you can look at it that way and really understand that, you know, you might have a huge amount of success in a month, but it might take you a year. And even so, wouldn't you rather it take, you know, if you plugged in and really committed for a year and your life was in a completely different place a year from now, isn't it worth it? Rather than giving up after 30 days and going and chasing another shiny object and never really getting the training that you need to really create a sustainable income. You know, personally, I'm really happy that I've chosen to always be loyal to whatever I'm doing and never like run around looking at other stuff, because what that's done is it's helped me develop a following. People don't look at me as somebody that's promoting a new deal every week. And I've, like I said, rather than focusing my attention on trying to start new things, new businesses all the time, I just focus my attention every day on sharpening my skills within the business that I'm in. So I just wanted to give you another way to look at it. I don't know that I'm making a whole lot of sense right now either because I'm really tired, but I just wanted to mention that and just remember, like I said, just remember we all start in the same place. So if you look at Chris and you look at me and you think, oh, well, you know all the stuff or you have these skills that I don't have, we haven't always had these. Nobody's born with a computer in their hand, like knowing what to do. You have to learn. This is all stuff that you have to learn. So really, to summarize what I'm trying to say is we're trying to shorten your learning curve and give you everything that we know in a condensed, like all the stuff that we feel like would help you have success a lot quicker without having to go through all the trial and error that we've been through. That's what we're here to do. So stick it out. It'll be worth it. Over to you, Chris.
All right. Thank you. So now I'm going to share my screen and open this up for you guys and show you what we have here. So a little bit slow on the, oh, it's because I'm on the Hangout. So as you can see, there's a bar up here that normally you would not have if you just went to the site. Now the front page is the blog, and you know, you see the blog post there. And obviously over here on the right, you would be able to, you know, click on this and it takes you to the Empower Network, you know, opt-in page, and lets people know it's got a new front-end video, which Chuck Marshall is there instead of Shakir with the Suburban saying, "Oh, this really isn't my house," and it's a $7 funnel. Very, very cool. So we've got that as the first part, obviously, and you can always just add, question mark ID equals your username at the end of that and send people to these blog posts, which we will have more of them coming. But now I want to just get into what we've got here. Now, obviously, to start here, everybody who has this basic level, welcome, and we have the welcome video. Some of you have seen that inside the Facebook group, and then the rest of it just is essentially, the next 3 things you need to do. From there, when you get new people in, you have a welcome email you can send to someone, and it has the poll link to apply for the site and all that cool stuff. You literally can copy and paste this whole thing, welcome email, and just make sure that it goes to the right places. It's going to help them get to the Facebook group and all of that, and lets them know to get through the all the fast start training videos. So cool stuff. All right, pretty simple. That's the ways to essentially get people into the site, how you start, and from there, this is where it gets cool. So we've got 2 different types of stuff going on here. One is called marketing framework, and the other one is called training. The framework is more of like the conceptual things and the questions you ask yourself and the frame of mind that you operate within in your marketing. It's very, very, very important to know this stuff. No leader or producer I know doesn't understand this stuff, hasn't learned it over time and defined it for themselves. I haven't seen anyone who hasn't been able to do that. I haven't seen anyone who hasn't done that is a top producer. Every top producer I talk to understands certain frameworks in their mind about how they operate. So what we're going to do here is this is if you were all in, you'd have all 4 of these right now. And the first one is how to leverage the Next Level Mastermind as your brand. And I've got to pause that real quick. But you can see here we even have PDF notes. So you're going to be able to comment and ask questions here at the bottom of any of these videos at any time, and we'll do our best to stay on top of that and answer those. But people can contribute to this and get clarification, and at any point that, if there's something that really isn't understood really well, we'll redo the video. But we also have, which is a really cool feature, is the notes of the video that explain what we're talking about in the video. So, excuse me, you'll be able to look at this stuff and refer to it with the video that you watch. And at the end of the notes, it takes you to the next page, which is the second video, which would be number 2 here, how to co-create your own positioning and leverage. Let me get this paused real quick. And like I said, there's PDF notes here again, and where you can offer your comments. And what we've got for the basics is you've got number 1 for people who are at the basic, and then also the 5 levels of awareness, which is a recording that I did, and I'm finishing the notes on those right now. Had a draft come back from Andrea and getting the last few things tweaked from Andrea on that. So that'll be updated soon. But these are the 2 that are, if you're all in, you get number 2 and number 3. So a little bit of a difference. We don't have much back here right now. And these are the frameworks. So this is stuff that's foundational that you need to know. And it's important, okay? So, as you can see, the notes are quite extensive on these, and these are only 30 to 15-minute videos. 21-minute video here, and how to effectively present your content. The all-in level, 5 levels of awareness is going to be at the basic level, because we've taught that a lot already outside at a lot of different points on webinars and such. So then this training, how to engage and upgrade your members. This is going to be for all-in people as well. Right now, like I said, there's not much back here yet, simply because we have a lot happening with Empower, and so we want to, as the blog beta test, 21-day blogging challenge goes along, we're going to be recording our results here and teaching you what fully works and how to harness and leverage the essentially all of Empower Network for this and the domains we use. This here is essentially my recording from New Orleans where I did, this is just kind of a bonus for you guys. This is my full training, and I'm going to upload my slides as well. And this is literally exactly what I do when I'm upgrading people. And as a lot of you know, my upgrade rates are, per 100 people. For someone who's sponsored at least 100 people in a Power Network, are the highest at 22% all in right now. And so extremely high, and highest in a Power Network. And so they taught me to teach on this stuff at the event, which I did, and I've got the professional footage here. Give it up! And so, yeah. That's going to be if you're all in. A basic level doesn't get that because essentially you're all in. That's when we want to teach you how to upgrade your people. And for the rest of it, we have an FAQ section, obviously a support section, live stream section just down here. This is the stuff that's public and is marketing stuff for you to use. FAQs you can send people to. Support you can essentially, you guys already know, you can send in a message, ticket, letting people know what the heck, you're having an issue with, and we'll do our best to compile it on the FAQ for you. Events, obviously, the next level Mastermind Intensive is going to be was pushed back quite a bit, and that'll be happening in the spring. And we may have something going on in January as well. But other than that, this is essentially at the moment what we have. But I'm telling you, these videos right here, this stuff is not taught. People don't do this stuff. And it's going to give you an advantage over everybody else right away and an edge in your marketing. So as we go through this test, you'll see marketing frameworks will build out a little bit more, and then when you hit the training, you'll literally see like probably training that comes all the way down to here on very good stuff, and then we'll have tools and resources in here as we build out for you that you can use to essentially put your business on steroids, from the basic stuff we've taught you. But we need to make sure all the resources that Empower has, and when they release all of that, because they have a lot of cool plugins and apps and stuff like that happening, that once we have that taken care of, we know what other tools and resources we may need to fill in the gaps for our high-level marketing that we're doing here. So essentially that's it. I'm going to keep it nice and short, and that's it. That's all I got. Essentially, welcome to the team site. Welcome in, guys, and we will not be having necessarily weekly hangouts. They'll probably be even more frequent here at first, and we may eventually go to something weekly here, and we'll make that decision at that time. We're open to it. It just depends on the type of momentum we get in the team. So over to you, Amy.
Yeah, things are going to start getting really exciting. If you were at the event this weekend, I'd love to hear some stuff in the comments from you about how excited you are. I mean, David Wood even broke down how to make $100,000 a month. Like it's really, things are really, really shifting right now. I mean, when I was watching that training with Chris Record, I was so excited about, I love blogging about internet marketing and personal development. Those are my niches that I've been blogging about for a long time. But I'm excited to start blogging about CrossFit and music and other passions that I have, because I really can see the potential with this new platform and everything that and I'm really excited to help our team and the new people that aren't even here yet. I was just talking to somebody about it last night who was like, I still don't understand what you do. And I said, well, it's actually changing quite a bit because, here's why, and I explained about this new platform and stuff. And he was like, I get it. I want to do that. I want to blog about my passions. So just know, if you were in Orlando, especially if you were at that VIP session, and if you weren't, get ready for things to get extremely exciting here in the starting next week when we get access to that blog. Well, if you were in Orlando and you're going to be a beta tester. And so I don't sound all that excited right now. Just
that's what I was laughing about.
I'm purely exhausted, but I really am, and you should be too. So,
sweet.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it that short then, and we'll start with a small beginning and a small launch kickoff hangout, and we will build upon this, and soon enough, it will be a thing that you can't wait to get on a next level mastermind hangout, because there's going to be so many people getting on, and there's going to be so much energy around it, and there's going to be a movement where people will be creating a vision of quality and ethics and integrity and bringing that to this whole industry that really sheds light on all the people that are making decisions out of fear and distrust and unethical responsibilities, and or unethical irresponsibilities, more likely. And you're going to see all this happen, and we're going to be at the forefront of this, where it's not going to be about misleading people or guaranteeing people things or saying, essentially lying about things and not giving a realistic expectation. And I've had enough confirmation from enough top leaders that what me and Amy are doing is the best thing this industry has seen in a long time. I mean that, and I have been told that. So stick around. It's going to get good. On that, that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, just to answer Norma's question, I posted an answer to her, but she was asking if there will be a central location where they can check for dates for Hangouts. And my answer is right now we post everything in the Facebook group. A lot of times lately our Hangouts there hasn't really been a lot of notice, just because we're basically flying by the seat of our pants, and when we have something to talk about, we schedule a Hangout knowing that everybody can catch the replay if not. But Chris, I don't know, that might be a good suggestion. Norma, you always have the best suggestions. But I think it might be a good idea to have a page where we can just, if we know of anything in advance, we'll put them there, and then also to have links to all the replays and stuff.
Yeah, we will. We will be sending out emails as people are now signed up to the site, so we'll send out emails as well. And we could probably have a document that's uploaded to the Facebook group, and also on the events page. It could be that same document possibly, that we put the latest scheduled, masterminds. And for now, until the dust settles and the storm calms, we're flying by the seat of our pants, and all we do is ask you to sit tight, stay with us, keep checking the Facebook group, stay active in there, and welcome anybody coming in, and stay positive and contribute and help co-create this movement that we've got. Mm-hmm. So that is all for tonight, unless you got something else, Amy?
Well, one other thing that we're tossing around that we might bring to the table here, Chris and I were at the Formula Mastermind in Orlando. I don't think anybody else from the team was there, but anyway, we got a suggestion from some of the other leaders that we liked, as far as maybe having everybody and all the new people coming in, when you get into the Facebook group, to create an intention video. Remember that, Chris? I really like that idea, so that when a new person joins your team, they can be seen and heard from everybody else in the group and encouraged, and everybody can, we've always been really good about welcoming new people to the team, but this way we'll know each other better and know what everybody's intentions are, so that we can really help people on a deeper level. So that's something else that we're considering bringing to the table. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Yep, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Totally good with it.
Yeah.
And the framework training is going to help you understand how to do that too.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, so keep your eyes open for an announcement about that, because I think we'll probably have everybody create a video, an intention video, just right off the bat, since our group is smaller right now, and we can have everybody post a video in the Facebook group, and then going forward, you'll know what that looks like, so that you can help your new people do it. And that way, right off the bat, they'll feel like a part of something, like a co-creator. I mean, that's what we're trying to create here, is a feeling of co-creation. And so that's what the format for these videos will be. So just keep your eyes open for that. I'm just throwing it out there just to give you an idea about some of the stuff we've been talking about. And we love you guys. And Chris is sick, and I'm tired, and and we love you.
We pushed it all the way to the bitter end of October.
Yeah.
But, all in good timing. So that is it. More to come and more exciting stuff. And pay attention. Stay active in the Facebook group. And cool new updates coming as we work on this stuff. So with that, we love you guys.
Love you. Good night.
Night.